Hello guys, welcome to my next video. This is talking about my capture of Cederblad 214. My name's Rob and this is Seven Skies Astro. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome even more so. Right, I'm talking about Cederblad 214, often shortened to just Ced214. It's an emission nebula about 2,700 or so light years away. Now there's new stars being formed in this. I've never imaged it before. It's in the constellation of Cepheus, and those that watch my channel will know that at this time of the year a lot of the constellations, Cassiopeia, Cepheus, that's come to my window of opportunity in my sky because of the light pollution. So I've been capturing it. I got 20 odd minutes on the 3rd of October, and then I had to wait another 10 days until the Friday the 13th, around about 10:30. The rain stopped, the sky cleared, so we rushed out into the muddy garden and set up and managed to capture over the next 2 nights another 12 hours and 30 minutes for a total of 12 hours and 50 minutes on this target. I've got 5 hours of S2, just under 5 hours of S2 and 4 hours each of O3 and hydrogen alpha. I'm going to pop on the computer and show you what I've done, so I'll see you in seconds. So this is a single sub of the HA, a single 5-minute sub. I think that looks really nice data. The guidance going quite well, and the autofocus got a nice curve. Now if you look at the O3 data, what I've not long captured, there's very little to see there. It's not the greatest, but there is some there. But compare that to the HA, you can see it's really nice. So things are moving along quite nicely. Here I am in Pixon site. So let me show you what I have. This is the sulfur 2. That's not bad. You can see lots of a bit of detail in there, and that's 4 hours and 15 minutes. The O3, a bit disappointing in the O3. There doesn't seem to be a lot for 4 hours. They're a bit noisy. See, probably needs at least another 4, perhaps 8, but I'm never going to get it because I haven't had a clear night since I took this data. And the HA, well, the HA is HA, isn't it? Look how beautiful that HA is. Still a little bit noise there, but overall not bad. Now what I've done, I've just color combined them to give me my basic shoe image, which is that there. There's not a lot of color in that. But what I did do, instead of using a dynamic background extraction, I've saved it and popped it onto Grad Expert, which is this here, and that's what I've done. I've popped it on there. That's a hyper stretch there. You can do a smaller stretch. That's just hyper stretch, so we can see exactly what's going on. It is a little bit slow on my computer. That's what it is. You can see that, but it's always best to I'd certainly just give it the hyper stretch. You can see everything. We'd never use it like that way. So what I've done is just basically put the spoon down to notes and hit the AI button. It takes a few minutes, and there's the processed. You can see the switch, the quite a gradient, because I have street lights about 100 yards away, which shines right on the scope. A bit unfortunate. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, because where the image, the light shines on the scope, but it's the darkest piece of sky I have. So it's a bit of 6 of one, half dozen the other. So there's the process. You can see it lovely and flat, and there's the background, and there's the big old gradient. So I've saved that, and then went back onto Pixton site. Now if I go into my my second folder, there's the image back of Grad Expert. Actually, I've rotated it because I think it looks like a skull, to be honest. If you look, see there, it looks like all the eyes and the hair over there. Quite a grinning skull, if that. So what I've done is I give it a colour calibration. I've used Blur Exterminator, which is better doing that, and that just dropped the stars down quite nicely there. If you look, if I go undo that, there you go. You can see that just tightens everything up that little bit. There's lovely data there. Then I took the stars out. I've inverted and took the green. And I use curves. Let's go on here. Here we go. Yeah, I've stretched it. Yeah, I stretched it. Then I went straight onto curves transformation. The histogram to pull the black point down. Then curves, and I've used a lot of curves then. I just started increasing the saturation, increasing the contrast, and you can see each time I've done it, it's just pulling that colour out a little bit more. Just tiny little adjustments in the curves. There you go. Then that's where I've increased the brightness, and then I've just went on the pixel mat to do the shoe color calibration a bit better. More curves, just adding a little tiny bit. I've inverted it, took the green out. It's a little bit slow. And I've come up with this starless image. There's a little bit of a chroma noise there. So it does need to be it with a little bit of noise exterminator just to block that down a little bit. But then I went straight onto the stars. Now the stars were basically just GHS with the arc sign stretch, and just stretched them. I did run spectrographic color calibration over it again, and it made all the stars just basically a little bit more, pretty much whitish. If you look at the stars, otherwise you lose all that yellow magenta look you seem to have, because that's what you tend to get when these stars, and it turned them all pretty much white, which I think looks better rather than having the orange looking stars. Next up, I've basically just added them together. Just give me this. I've run noise exterminator over there again, just to smooth all that chroma noise that was in this one. There you can see all that chroma noise. So that's all gone now, and I think that looks an half decent image. Look at these very much elephant trunky type of things. Yeah, there's these globules with the gas, like the pillars of creation there, all pushing out. And I think that's pretty. I really like how this looks. It's the first time I've imaged this target, and you see these globules of stars, and there's the star cluster Berkeley. That's Berkeley 59, I believe. And that's bright OB stars. There's a really bright star. I think that's it. I'm not sure, but that's 100,000 times brighter than our sun. I'll look at all these little dust lanes come out. I think it's a really lovely target. It goes a lot bigger than this, but with my setup, the 72ED and the Player One camera, I'm really quite pleased with how it looks. Well, there it is. It's not too bad, I don't believe. For the hours, you do need plenty of integration time. It was quite hard to pull out the colours in this nebula in a shoe palette, but I'm quite pleased with it, and you can see these elephant trunks that show up on there, and it's really quite interesting. The star formation, it's only about 2 million years old at the minute, and there's lots of stars in there. So I'm quite pleased with it. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Give us a like, because it just helps with the YouTube algorithm. So once again, thank you. Be well, be safe, and clear skies.